Alrighty, hello guys, how's it going? My name's Haley, also known as Lil Chicken Q.
Oh, and I'm
Sorry,
Marcos, also known as Mojo49.
Sorry,
No,
I thought you'd
be like, this is my co-host.
No, because I mean, I don't have that. I mean, but I'm also your co-host. You know, I just feel like it's like.
Okay, I got you. I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I don't know.
No worries. Well, hello and welcome to the podcast. This podcast,
our first episode of our first podcast episode.
Our first podcast episode, launching strong and stiff. Is that? I don't know. That's not good. Anyways, welcome to Life on Twitch.
Life on Twitch, baby. Today, I think we're going to be starting off with, as you can tell from our title, it's going to be viewer value. And what we mean by that, essentially, is just how to be a better viewer, or just a good viewer on Twitch, whether you're new or you've been around for a really long time.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think it's kind of intimidating if you ever wanted to join the world of Twitch to kind of understand where you fit in the world of Twitch, because really Twitch just shows you like the biggest streamers out there. And as a brand new person to Twitch, it can be kind of intimidating when you look at all of the, the top, 100 people streaming, and they all have like thousands and thousands of viewers.
Yeah.
You kind of miss the whole point of what Twitch is supposed to be and what Twitch is, in
which is a community of people that are like friends, essentially.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big community of people. And what's cool is that like, the community like webs in so many different ways and entangles in so many different ways. And the more you grow and reach out and dive into the communities, the more you start to see the connections between all the streamers that are kind of in your circle.
Right.
So that's really cool.
So we're pretty much going to start this off with, let's just say you're a new streamer, right? Or a new streamer. Let's just say you're a new viewer. Oh, God. Let's say you're a new viewer and you pretty much just logged into Twitch, right? Everything seems a little bit intense at first, because it's like, oh, I'm on a new site. What do I do?
Right.
And you're like, where do I even start? Who do I even follow? I don't even know.
Yeah, choose a username and make sure it's cool.
Yeah, don't do something like bad.
Big Daddy XX, Mike Eagle.
Mike Eagle? What if that was his actual name?
Dude, that's a dope name. Bro, your parents have a great last name.
After you pretty much choose like a decent username and you're now on the site, I would say the best thing, in my opinion, is to go to the browse channel. So essentially, you kind of have to ask yourself like, oh, what do I want to get out of this site? Like what kind of things do I want to watch as a viewer? And not everything that's on there is going to be just video games. And that's what a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, the browse channel has a lot of, like, Twitch is a lot more than just playing video games or watching people play video games.
Exactly. And I don't feel like a lot of people like know that, but just so you know, if you're new to Twitch, definitely there's a large variety. Yes, there's a large variety of games, really, really large. Anywhere between the old friggin' games you used to play, like Spyro back in the day, to now these brand new games that are coming out.
There's
all the time.
Lots of categories. One of my favorite ones I was watching was like speed runs of like Nintendo 64.
Oh shit!
So like different speed run streamers would be playing it, and they'd just be doing like speed runs where like, how fast can I beat Ocarina of Time, or how fast can I beat Super Nintendo or Super Mario 64?
I watched one of those. I was watching a streamer named Scissors, and he was trying to do a speed test of doing the SpongeBob SquarePants video game. And it was really funny because I used to play that game when I was younger.
I think it's cool too, because like not a lot of people know, like, oh yeah, like your average streamer will do a just chatting stream once a stream, and then he'll switch his category over to a video game, and maybe switch it over to a different video game. Like maybe he's just gonna eat lunch on stream and watch a video. So.
Yeah, those are always really fun. They're like, even along with that, there's a lot of people who do art, cooking, which is crazy as well, because like they do a whole setup in their kitchen.
Right.
A lot of people. Oh, what?
Oh, I say a popular category right now is the DJ.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, like music and DJ. There's a lot of like DJs since the coronavirus moved over to Twitch, and they're pretty much just putting all their stuff out on Twitch so that people can still enjoy it. And it's live. They're like
festivals and stuff.
Yeah. Essentially, it was just really, really cool for the DJs to do that, and it also kind of puts Twitch out there more to the public of people who don't really know about like gaming or anything like that. And now people can use it.
Because, I feel like, still now you get people that don't really understand what Twitch is and like what's going on there. People are like, oh, you just go there to watch people. But the more like this pandemic kind of put a lot more people online and watching like live videos. And it definitely opened up another world to the people that had no idea what Twitch was. And they're like, oh, wow, like this is a different, this is something that I didn't even imagine, was possible or existed.
Mm-hmm. Let's just say that you want to watch some Valorant plays by somebody. Like you're like, oh, I love this game. This is what I actually really want to watch. Like this is one of the things that I'm really interested in. So in the category list, obviously you'll find Valorant. It's one of the top games right now that you can find. You'll see really big streamers, really big players, comp players, things like that right at the very beginning. And if you like that, watch them. Honestly, a lot of people, that's usually what everyone starts off doing, right? Like you always end up usually watching a really big streamer that you've heard of, or you're like, I want to see some really good flipping gameplay. You usually follow a bigger streamer, I don't know about you, but like that's pretty much what I did.
For sure, like when I first got onto Twitch, I immediately was like, oh, like who's this person? And they had like 1,000 people watching them. And I was like, oh, this is what Twitch is. You just watch, like 1,000 people are watching one person. Like, cool. And it was cool for a little while. And I definitely learned more. It was back when I was playing League of Legends. And I definitely learned a lot from watching like these professional gamers or high level, gamers play. But that's kind of all Twitch was to me when I first started, which is kind of sad because I feel like that happens to a lot of people that first jump on Twitch. And yeah, I think it can make you kind of feel like small in the world of Twitch. Like, oh, like this isn't really like a community, or this isn't really like a place that I want to come back to.
Right. It's like what we were saying before. It's kind of like when you watch bigger streamers, sometimes it could feel like you're just like, you don't personally interact with them too much, but it's like watching TV.
Right. Like, what do you get out of watching a stream? And, you get entertainment, and then you get a sense of community when you actually like know the chat and get to know the people, your streamer, and the people that are in the chat. And then a third sense is like people know you. Like you get this sense of like, oh, like I have a place here. Right. And when you watch a big streamer, you kind of only get that first bit where it's like I get entertained by this and informed, but I don't really feel a sense of community in there because I'm just one out of like a million. Because some people have 1 million followers, and then on top of that, I also don't really feel like I have a place here because nobody knows who I am here.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely feel that. And sometimes, there's some people who don't even really want to chat. If you're just joining Twitch to just watch people play games, like, hey, you could do that too. Right. People also do that, for YouTube and stuff. And that's why Twitch is such an amazing platform, because you can actually talk to people live. It's like actually, it's more personable in my opinion. Right. It's happening. So let's say you find someone that you let's say you scroll down into the middle categories. This chat isn't going as fast, but there's people talking. Like if you say hi, this person will probably notice you, and that's awesome. Like it always feels good to feel like recognized by someone that you're watching. It's personal. It's literally interaction. So let's say you like this person's vibe. It's really cool. You're like, dude, I really like watching this person. This person's funny, or like they're really good gameplay or something, and then you're like, I want to watch this person again.
Right.
There's different options that you have. So the first thing that you would want to do is mostly follow. So a lot of people get tripped up between following and subbing. If you want to elaborate on that.
Oh yeah. So you just find a channel and then you like, yeah, she said if you like the person that's on the channel, there's a little heart on there on the top right corner, and you click the heart, and that is now a follow. You have followed the streamer, and 9 times out of 10, that streamer will have some sort of alert that pops up on chat, and it'll say, Dean Big Truck followed, and it'll alert the streamer, and then the streamer will typically go, oh, cool. Hey, Dean, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to my channel. And typically they'll have some sort of like greeting, if the truck
says beep, beep.
Yeah. So then now you're a follower. That's essentially, like a follow on Instagram or a subscription on YouTube. They are now part of your following list, and you can set notifications on. So whenever they go live, it'll inform you, and then you can go check them out, basically. So that's how you follow someone.
And that's for free.
Yeah, and that's free. You could follow 1,000 people a day. It's fine. A day, 1,000 streamers.
Damn, that's a long ass list.
I mean, there's a lot of streamers on Twitch. So you can, so that's the follow, right? And then to subscribe to someone is kind of the next step. So like if you really are sitting there and vibing with the content, you found a sort of sense of community there, because that's a big thing, right? Like day one on someone's stream can really make or break it for the viewer. I think, if you go into like, if I jump into your channel and I'm like, hey, what's up? Little chicken, how you doing? And you're like, oh, hey, Mojo. And then just go back to doing your thing. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, what's up, everybody here? And nobody really talks to me, or I can't start a conversation. I'm not really vibing with anybody. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be like, oh, cool. Like this place isn't for me. So I'll like bounce out. But if I jump in and the streamer is immediately connected with me, people in chat are like, oh, hey, what's up, Mojo? Like, welcome to the channel, and immediately we start engaging, going back and forth. That's the start of a friendship. I feel like I'm talking about like how to like socialize with people,
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it is. Like if your social interaction goes well, you want to hang out with those people again. And if it doesn't go well, you're like, nah, not for me.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory to regular human connection in like life. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of people are like, oh, you talk to people online. Like those are your online friends. It's like, they're also other human beings. And it's just like, it'd be great if they lived in the same city as me. That'd be awesome. Right. But they don't. So this is my one way that I can connect with them. And I'm fine with that,
Right.
And some people don't understand that,
Right. And then, like I said, so like once that community sort of starts to build and your bond with the streamer and the people that are there start to build, you kind of want to find a way to support this, right? Because you like being here, and like streamers don't get paid hourly or daily. They literally make all their money by the support of their viewers.
That's so funny. That reminds me, like all my friends that don't really know about my stream, they're always like, and this is kind of an off topic thing real fast. They're always like, so like, how much do you make like an hour? Like, how much do you make a month?
Right,
I'm like,
right.
I'm just like, how am I supposed to answer this question? And then you're like, I guess like an approximate. They're like, oh, so it changes? Like, why do you do it if it's like so unstable? It's like, dude, you're just missing the point. It's not even about that, but we can get into a different day. I just like, It just reminded me of that.
No, definitely. Cause streaming is, these streamers, like they don't get paid to do this. Like they don't sign a contract and immediately are like, yeah, I'm going to get paid to do this now. Like we do this for a lot of different reasons. And a big reason for me, and I think Haley as well, is the community. Like we love having this community. We love the idea that we brought a bunch of people together and we created connections between people and friendships that are like lifelong, and even relationships from some people, like romantic relationships from people, and so anyway, so once you kind of feel like, hey, like I've, been here a lot and I want to support the community, you can do a subscription. And a subscription is literally a monthly subscription. The tier 1 is $5 a month. and you buy it, and another alert goes off on the chat and says, hey, like Mojo has subscribed. This is his first month subscribing, you know, and then yeah, you get a lot of stuff from that. Haley, you want to talk about like what you get kind of from a subscription, like on your channel, like kind of like what are the perks?
Yeah. So also to add, sometimes like financially, not everyone can sub and do the $5 a month. That's
right.
That's totally, see, in a lot of streamers, like they understand that. They understand that viewpoint. They understand that like not every, there's a lot of like kids on Twitch. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like teens that sometimes they don't have access to like money all the time, like adults do.
Right.
And it's like $5 a month. That's my whole allowance.
It's hard to get the parents to be like, hey, can I get $5
$5 a month? Yeah. To watch somebody play video games. It's like, what?
Right. Parents, I mean, some parents are getting it now, but like it's not a normal thing to ask for, you know?
Right. But there is a way that helps as well. And that's with Twitch has this thing called it partners with Amazon. And let's say if your parents or you have Amazon Prime, they have this thing called Twitch Prime. And pretty much you link your two accounts together, which is super easy. And it pretty much gives you each month a free subscription to any streamer of your choice. So, but you only get one a month. But that still helps where you don't have to pay any money that month to that streamer or to whoever you're subbing to. And then that streamer still gets the money from it as if you just regularly sub. That's just something to look into. If you do have Amazon Prime, it's always good. You know, it's just like a little, if you're just subbing to one streamer versus like if you're subbing to 5 of them and you get like one of them off, you know what I mean? So it's just something to look into if you already have Amazon Prime.
Right. And then once you sub to someone, there's a whole list of like benefits that you get essentially.
Right. Essentially this is what, I was going to talk about it. There's just, first thing that came to mind was also like Twitch Prime was like why I veered off for a second. I guess like to me, if somebody subs, like one, it's like, oh, in my eyes, they like, well, this is why it's different than donations in my eyes. It's like, of course, donations support. Everything is support. Anything that you, even just being there is.
Right. So donations real quick, like there's a way that you can just donate straight cash to the streamer.
Right, exactly.
Through PayPal, it's like Venmo. Essentially, you just like, here's some money, and an alert will go off, and it's like, yeah, like the streamer gets 100% of that money. Yeah.
And then there's the sub, which is the $5 a month. But what comes with it is, like we said, perks. So a lot of people are like, well, what are these perks? You know, and different. Every streamer's different. Why'd you fart?
I coughed.
Imagine you just turning into the microphone and just fucking letting one rip
on the mic. Yeah.
So every streamer is different with how they do their perks. And so some people are like, oh, like you have a better chance of playing with the streamer, like, you know, because there's like games, multiplayer games, I guess is what you can say. Right. And sometimes they'll advertise that. The main thing is for sure, it helps the camaraderie. Am I saying that right? Camaraderie?
Are you asking? Yeah, camaraderie. Yeah,
camaraderie. I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce.
The faster you say it, the easier it is to pronounce.
Camaraderie.
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 Yeah, I know it definitely helps the camaraderie of the stream. The overall morale. It's like, yeah, like I'm one of the supporters here. I'm able to support, and it just kind of like you get a sub badge, which is really cool. It tells you.
It makes you feel a part of the stream.
Right.
You get the emotes. So usually streamers, either some will make their own, pay others to make them. And after you hit like
custom emotes, right?
Yeah, you get the custom emotes for that specific channel and that specific streamer. So that's already given to you once you sub. You also get a sub badge, like what Marco said, and it kind of is like giving you like a little badge of like you are like, I wouldn't say like important, but you are important. But like it pretty much just says like you are part of this community, and this is how you show it.
Right.
I would say subbing no matter what. Like, of course, donations do help that streamer and can help their stream, like if they need to buy equipment and things like that. And depending on what, the streamer uses with that money. But when you sub or gift subs, what you could also do is just gift another person that, a sub. Those subs make the stream feel more of a community, right. And that's where I feel like subbing is always like awesome if you can. If you can't, it's totally fine. Like
it's not expected, but it's like an awesome bonus. Like it's like, oh,
exactly.
That's super cool. Yeah. And then on top of that, like we have channel points on our streams where if you get a certain amount of channel points that you get from just watching, it doesn't cost you anything. Just watching. When you get to a certain level, you can redeem it to get gifted a sub, and you will be gifted a sub. So we'll spend our own money to gift a sub to one of our viewers, because honestly, the viewership and the engagement on the channel, as a streamer, when I have a viewer that's just always engaged, always talking to me, always talking to chat, like those are the people that become VIPs. And they make the stream feel special, especially for our smaller streamers. Like we average, I average under 10 views a stream at a time. And then Haley, she averages probably around, 15, 20, up to like 30, 40 sometimes. So she has a lot of people that come into her stream. And just the people that are keeping chat exciting and interesting, those are the people that kind of like, help build the community. So that's why
they really leave a mark on the stream, and it's not, and it doesn't go unnoticed, especially to the streamers and to other people in chat that are there. Like, and you almost become like a regular at a restaurant essentially. And everything that you leave at that restaurant, like you buy food at the restaurant and whatever you love the service. So servers don't expect a tip, but whatever is given is appreciated. Essentially, if you want to look at it that way.
Well, that's back to the example that I always say, like people don't understand, like, oh, why do I pay money to watch someone stream? It's like, compare it to why do you go to the bar or a restaurant and pay for things at a upcharge? Like you can go buy a beer for $8 at a restaurant, but you could have the same beer for like an eighth of the cost and buy a 6-pack at the store and go home and drink. True. Why do you spend the extra money? Oh,
it's to be in an atmosphere. It's the community. Yeah. It's the atmosphere. It's feeling a part of something.
Right. You're supporting, the restaurant that you want to go to. Like obviously, like there's convenience to, getting fast food and stuff like that. But like when you become a regular somewhere, you want to support, because without the support, they couldn't do what they do.
Exactly.
And that's why, like, I'm always like super grateful for the people that support the channels all around. Even if I'm just in a channel and I see someone drop like 5 gifted subs or 10 gifted subs, I'm like, holy shit, dude! Like that's awesome. I get excited because that's someone helping the community and helping the streamer do what they do.
It's almost kind of like someone being like, "I believe in you here." Exactly, and you're like, oh my God, I love you. Thank you for believing in me. And it's not that I barely know you. You could really know the person or met them through this. It's like, I've never physically met you in my life, but we've connected to a point where like, dude, there is a love, there's a shared love, there's a shared like friendship connection to where you believe in someone and you're like, thank you for believing in me. And it's like, it's awesome. It's literally just like a true friendship, even though you've never met this person like face to face. And I don't know, it's awesome. And I guess I kind of can go into like, well, how can you be that person that, creates a stamp on someone's stream? Like, how can I be a good viewer? How can I like show this person that I care? And you don't always have to do that through money. Like I said, we don't.
No, not at all.
Nobody expects. There could be streamers that expect it. We've seen the crazy ones, but like
we've seen the ones that are like, I need donations, please.
It's $5 a month. Like it's like, dude. But But like, if you're ever wondering, like, what can I do besides money to just like support? And that's what we were also going to talk about. And that's just being a good, how to be a good viewer. And
yeah, of course, it's the value of our viewers. Like, I value our viewers so much because as soon as you show up, you have added, a plethora of things. You've added a view count, which means my channel is now higher on the browser, for that game or category. You're adding entertainment or, social, community, like socializing with someone, with another person.
It also just feels good. Like sometimes like you know,
watching you.
Watching him. Sometimes it just feels good. Like sometimes like we're sitting and we're playing a game, right? And it could be the middle of the night. Let's say this person has a messed up sleep schedule, like us, and we're streaming in the middle of the night. Everyone's friggin' asleep for the most part. You'll even get people from out of the country that come into your stream, right?
Yeah, some of my viewers, like best viewers, are in Australia because I stream at that time of the night. You know?
Yeah, and it's like evening for them, and it's like 5 a.m. for us or something. You know what I mean? And
right.
But what happens is sometimes like there's no one even talking in chat, like, you know, and as a streamer, like on the, like, we're not like some high end streamers. Like we still have a lot of growing to do. We're not partnered yet. So like sometimes our chat, there could be a lot of people talking, and then sometimes they're just like, isn't. And like, it does get lonely. That's like another reason why we stream. Like we could just turn on our desktop and just play by ourselves, and that's fine, like, you know, and go about our day if we didn't really want to talk to anyone. But like seeing a name in chat, asking us questions, asking about your day, me asking about your day, getting to know someone, that's always amazing. Is having that like
them come back to like, oh dude, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Thank you for stopping in again. Like, how have you been?
And it makes me feel so good when people are like, oh, I'm so glad I just got home after work, cracked open a beer, like I'm eating, and now I get to watch your stream. I'm so excited. Like it is just like, it's almost like instead of coming home to like watch TV, they come home to be a part of a community of friends and watch like me play games and then everyone interact in chat. It's like coming to hang out with your friends after a long day at work, or like being gone all day.
Decompression, or part of your like chilling out after work, or, you know, something stressful, or like whatever your day was, is hanging out with your friends online.
Right.
And getting back to the community, which is awesome. Like I fucking love that like I have like 2 people in my chat that recently became like friends because of my stream. So now not only do they jump in chat and go, yo, what's up, Mojo? You know, how's your day? They also go, oh shit, what's up, other dude that's in my chat? You know, what's up, my other viewer? How you doing? And then they're just talking in chat back and forth to each other. You know, and they're not even talking to me, and I'm like, do I even need to be here for this? You know, like,
right? You're like, oh, I can leave the room. Oh, like,
right. It's just cool to see everybody like, it's really cool to see this huge community like start to build and unfold, and see where everything starts to tie in.
Talking from that point of view, like I'm friends with a lot of other streamers, and who are also growing their channels. But it's so awesome that like people from those streams see my name talking in those streams, and they're like, oh, I'm going to go check out this person because like I'm interacting with them in their chat. Mm-hmm. And then like whenever I go live next, like 2 days later, a day later, 3 days later, that same person that was in that person's chat was like, oh my gosh, like, dude, I didn't even know that you streamed. Like, you were so cool in yada yada's chat, and like, I would love to follow you, dude. Like, I didn't even know. You just popped up on my recommended because you're all friends. And it's almost like a community. It's like a chain community. Yeah, it's like a little family tree. It's really too, crazy.
Like how streamers make the best viewers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta kind of have to remember that, like, if you really want to find your place in a community and find friendship, and you know, it's weird. Like, I don't like saying like, oh, like find your place in Twitch, but like, you can definitely do that. You can definitely become a VIP in someone's chat, and a mod in someone's chat, and a friend, become like a close friend of a streamer. But there's ways to go about it, and there's ways not to go about it. You know what I mean?
And also understand, like, sometimes it's just like with any friendship, it's like you meet someone, you're acquaintances, then you hang out with them more, you become friends, and then you become close friends, and then you can become best friends, you know? And it's the same thing for a stream. And I guess like this is like going back into the topic of what we were saying, like how to be a good viewer. Of course, like, being positive and being like yourself. Essentially, if you're just like yourself and you're not like trying to impress, you're not trying to like heckle anyone, I guess. Like, yeah, there's like jokes, fun in here, but you're not trying to be like for attention or something. You're just flat out just being you, for you. Don't do anything that's TOS. And I guess like TOS essentially is terms of service.
Yeah.
The breakdown of that, and that is pretty much don't do anything that's any racial slurs or being racist, anything homophobic or misogynistic.
Yeah, so the moderators can accept it or deny it, and there's levels to that. You know, that's what's kind of cool about Twitch, is that like it does lend that hand to smaller streamers that they have like an auto mod. So if
Yeah.
you're not a big enough streamer to have a mod yet, an auto mod does a lot of work, and you could set it to, certain levels of moderation. So it'll be like, oh yeah, like we'll let these words in, but not these words, or we're gonna ban all curse words. And Twitch knows all the the words that people try to like mess with, or make it like seem like it's not a bad word, and then you read it out loud and it really is a bad word.
Yeah. I don't mind playing with people. I just feel like it's not fair to certain people who have been there longer, who are kind of like on a list of wanting to wanting to play. And
like if someone shows up
subs,
immediately and is like, hey, like play with me, and and then somebody's been waiting to save up their channel points. Like for you, like on your channel points, you have that, if I save up 25,000 channel points, I can play with you, right?
Right. So there's two ways, and it's just like some streamers will be like, oh, if you're sub to me, this will give you better chances of playing games with me because you're supporting the channel, and you're not just here to watch and then leave and not support when I gave you like personal time. And then there's other points where it's like, oh, you saved up channel points to do this. You didn't have to sub or anything or give money. You just took your time to be a part of the stream, and therefore I would love to get to know you.
1,000%.
So there's always different ways that you can do that. Because that is a huge pet peeve when people come in and they just expect games, and if you're like no, and then they're like, wow, you're an asshole, and it's like, what?
Right.
Like, I don't even know you. Like,
at the end of the day, it's like all the trolls and all the people that are that come in with bad vibes or intentions. Like, I literally have to click one button to make you go away, to ban you or time you out. And it's like, I will always win this battle because I have to click once, and you have to go make a new email address, make a new account, do all
which
this
is crazy
stuff,
because some
verify.
people do that.
Right, but like at the end of the day, it's like you're wasting your own time, and like let's say for you, like you always have mods in your channel, so it's like your mods just have to click once. You don't even have to click once. So it's like someone says something, you just ignore it, and it just moves on. So I don't know. But yeah, like I think we're running out of time here, but I think we just want anybody who's new to Twitch to really just get that vibe of like how to really quickly jump into the fun parts of what Twitch is, like the actual meat of it, because there's what it looks like on the outside, and there's what it actually is,
Right, and we're not trying to like give you like this is what you need to do when you join Twitch. Oh my god, Twitch. This is not like you need to do this or everything's gonna crash and burn. This is just guidelines that coming from personal experiences that you could do. Just have fun, ask questions. Honestly, ask the streamer questions. Get to know people. Get to know chats. Play games. I don't know. Get to know the games that people are playing. It's just awesome to become part of the community and just enjoy your time on it.
So, but yeah, like, okay, cool. First podcast kind of done. I hope it wasn't too rambly. This is my first podcast ever, and Haley's as well. So, something just fell over in my desk. But yeah, so, I mean, I'm Marcos, also Mojo49 on Twitch. So you can catch us live on Twitch every week. We're live. And then every Monday, this podcast comes out. So you can catch us on live on Twitch. So that's really exciting. Haley, anything else?
No.
Where do you find your channel at?
I'm Haley, and you can find my channel at Twitch. Okay, you can find my channel. It's Lil Chicken Q.
Lil Chicken Q.
Lil Chicken. And I would love to see you guys in chat. I would love to talk to you guys.
Right. So, but yeah, we're gonna get out of here now. If you guys have any suggestions for what should be on the podcast, what should we talk about, any questions, just go ahead and catch us on our stream. Send us a DM on our Discord or on Twitter, and all of our links will be like posted up. Or just go into our chat when we're live and be like, hey, like you should talk about this. I listened to your podcast. That'll be really cool. I'd love to see that, people coming into our streams and being like, hey, I listened to the podcast and, let's talk about this one next, or let's, suggest this, or I have a question about this, and we'll try to answer everything.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Well, we'll see you later. See you next time. Next Monday we'll be live. Next Monday we'll have the new podcast on, and catch us in our streams.